Hey, it's Josie with Affirmation Pod, and this is where you can go for soothing affirmations to help you live in self-love. Wherever you are listening to this, I am so grateful that you're here and you're listening. Quick note about last week's episode. That was episode 416 called I'm Safe Now. Thank you to everyone who sent messages of appreciation for that episode. Longtime listener Carla did say that for her, it was tough to go fully into I'm safe now, but she said what she did was she journaled out what she could receive instead because she still struggles with feeling safe now. So she gave me some examples of what she wrote, which I'll share with you. I'm in a better environment now. I'm in a safer situation. I'm helping myself when I feel threatened. And so I've had times like that too, when I've listened to affirmations and I'm like, that's not landing for me. It gives me the opportunity to look at myself and come up with what will take me a step closer. And thank you, Carla, for taking how you felt about the affirmation, I'm safe now, and looking at your feelings about it and moving forward with what fits best for where you're at right now. Today's episode is called When You Deny Your Real Feelings. It's a request from those who are starting to see their real feelings and are resisting them because they're too hard to go there, but noticing that staying in the feelings that aren't genuine, the ones that you're trying to convince yourself of, is having a negative impact. So this episode is for looking inside, discovering your real feelings, and staying curious and loving with yourself as you face them. This episode is brought to you by Native Deodorant. Have you tried Native's new 100% plastic-free deodorant? It comes in recyclable packaging. That means when you purchase their new plastic-free deodorant, you are saving 37 grams of plastic. It's aluminum-free, paraben-free, and kills odor-causing bacteria to help keep you smelling and feeling fresh all day long. I recently gave the Lavender and Rose to my friend's daughter. She is a tween who loves playing soccer, and she's so grateful that I've introduced her to Native. Come check out the different scents that Native has to offer, or if you prefer, they have unscented as well. Native is a proud partner of 1% for the Planet, which means 1% of all their plastic-free deodorant sales go to environmental nonprofits. Is it time for you to try plastic-free deodorant? Go to nativedeo.com/affirmation or use promo code affirmation at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/affirmation or use promo code affirmation at checkout for 20% off your first order. Thank you, Native, for sponsoring this episode today. Now let's take a deep breath. Here's when you deny your real feelings. It's hard to admit my real feelings. I try to pretend I feel differently. I give myself stories and excuses to ignore my thoughts. I'm running from how I feel. I'm scared to accept how I truly feel. I question what will happen if I face what I really feel inside. I'm both protecting myself and giving myself suffering by refusing to feel what I actually feel. I'm lying to myself and I'm pushing so hard. What would it be like to put my feelings outside of me and look at them on paper, through art, in conversation? What would it feel like to be honest with myself? Keeping the voice of judgment further away. I have expectations, including expectations of what I think I should feel. And then there's what I actually do feel. I am working out the feelings. All the feelings. What would it mean to name the feelings and identify them as mine? How can I care for myself through my feelings and my feelings about my feelings? I can face reality. I can face my inner reality. I can process it. I can feel it. I can sit with it. I can journey with the feelings. I'm creating a safe space to understand my feelings. I make a healthy time to hear them out. I look at where these feelings are coming from now and in the past. I listen to learn more about myself. I am ready now to feel my feelings. We all have our reasons and our motivations for denying how we really feel about something or someone. If you're looking for another episode to help unpack all the feelings and all the reasons for denying feelings, stuffing feelings, then feel free to listen to the episode that's called Stuffing Feelings and Emotionally Backed Up. It's episode 164. Again, it's called Stuffing Feelings and Emotionally Backed Up, and it's episode 164. Now, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. I recently returned to using BetterHelp. This time, I am doing the live face-to-face sessions. Before, when I used BetterHelp, my kids were babies, so I used the chat feature. That's still available if it's what you prefer. But wow, I'm getting a lot of benefit from my live sessions. 6 months ago, I found myself in a situation where I'm at a restaurant and someone who is there as a part of our party decides to put me down, swear at me. Very shocking. I didn't handle it the best because I didn't swear back, but I was able to say things right back. I know it's not helpful that I did that. And maybe it was naive of me to not think it would happen again. But 2 weeks ago at another restaurant, and I'm being put down and sworn at again, my BetterHelp therapist and I have been going through, okay, what are these dynamics? What is triggering this person? What is triggering me? we've role played. If this scenario, since it's happened twice now, comes up again, what are some different responses I can choose? And I know some of you are thinking, just don't go to a restaurant if this person is there. And yes, I see your point, but without going into detail, there will be future restaurant dinners and this person will be there. I'm so glad I have my BetterHelp Live sessions, but I'm also able to message my therapist in between sessions. I don't actually know what's required of the therapist to reply, but mine gets back to me within the same day or the next day at the latest. By the way, I didn't have to do it this time, but last time I did switch therapists twice. So it was the third therapist that I felt was the right fit for me. BetterHelp totally gets that. That's why they make it easy and free to change therapists if you need. They have a special offer for Affirmation Pod listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/affirmation. That's 10% off your first month of online therapy at betterhelp.com/affirmation. I notice we have a wave of new listeners, so welcome again to new listeners. I know with over 400 episodes, it could seem a little daunting to get through it all. That's why in the show notes of every episode, you'll see a sister episode like I mentioned earlier. That was episode 164, Stuffing Feelings and Emotionally Backed Up. But in the show notes of the episode, you'll also find a list of related episodes. Maybe they're not quite sister, they're like cousin episodes, but that's available for you. When you go to the show notes, even if you're at episode 1, there's a list of related episodes. Episode 1 is called I Love Myself. It is a classic, as much as I kind of cringe thinking the audio quality is not what it should be. I love how one of our OG listeners, Rowena, she says it just adds to the authenticity of it. So I appreciate that. Episode 1 actually has no ads and no announcements. I did not have any in those early episodes. If you want the ad-free experience for all the episodes of Affirmation Pod, that is available for Premium Access members. Premium Access members also get bonus episodes that you won't hear on this podcast. There's over 80 of them now. Come sign up by going to affirmationpodpremium.com. That's affirmationpodpremium.com. Thank you so much for listening to Affirmation Pod today. Now go be you, know you, and love you. This is Josie with Affirmation Pod. Hey, it's Josie here. Thanks for listening today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to play another episode right now.